let's talk about something people don't want to talk about, but absolutely need to. Worms. Yes, those squirmy, invisible freelaters that can harm your dog from the inside out. If your dog is low energy, is losing weight, has a dull coat, or drags its rear across the floor, there's a high chance parasites might be the problem. Now, while there are plenty of pharmaceutical options available, many of us want a more gentle, natural, and holistic approach. We want to strengthen our dog's immune system, not overload it with chemicals. So today, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step natural guide to deworm your dog at home, backed by tradition, science, and loving care. These are not just folk remedies. These are tried and tested natural strategies that support your dog's gut health, fight off parasites, and prevent re-infestation, all without unnecessary toxins. Let's begin. Before you begin any natural deworming process, you must start with awareness. That means learning to recognize the signs that your dog might be suffering from an internal parasite infestation. Most people overlook the early symptoms, brushing them off as minor issues, but worms are silent invaders. They slowly drain your dog's energy, steal nutrients, and compromise their immune system. And the door open. Your dog tell you something is wrong, but their body will speak if you know how to listen. One of the most common early indicators is a change in behavior. Your dog might start scouting or dragging their rear across the floor. This can look funny at first, but it's actually a response to intense itching or irritation around the anus, often caused by worms, particularly tapeworms. You may also notice your dog obsessively licking or biting around the tail area. This discomfort is their way of alerting you to a problem inside. Sometimes, the warning signs are more visual. You might see actual worms or segments of worms in your dog's stool or near their anus. Tapeworms often appear as tiny, rice-like pieces, while roundworms look like long, stringy spaghetti. These sightings confirm a parasite infestation, and they require swift action. It's unsettling to see, and the door open, but it's also your cue that something deeper needs to be addressed. Digestive issues are another strong indicator. On the door open, a dog dealing with worms may vomit frequently or have bouts of diarrhea, often with mucus or even traces of blood. This isn't just a stomach bug. It's your dog's digestive system trying to expel the intruders. In some cases, especially with a roundworm infestation, you might even find worms in the vomit. These symptoms shouldn't be ignored or masked with over-the-counter treatments. They are signals pointing directly to a deeper issue. Another telltale sign is a bloated or swollen belly, especially in puppies. It's easy to mistake this for normal puppy roundness, but it often indicates that the intestines are inflamed and under siege by worms. Similarly, if your dog is eating like usual, or even more than usual, but is losing weight or struggling to maintain a healthy physique, and the door opened, that's a strong indicator that nutrients are being stolen from within. Worms rob your dog of the fuel they need to thrive. The condition of your dog's coat is also a powerful diagnostic tool. When worms are present, the nutrients meant to support healthy skin and fur are diverted, leading to a dull, dry, and brittle coat. You may even notice patches of fur falling out or thinning areas that weren't there before. A once glossy coat starts to look tired and faded, reflecting the internal imbalance caused by parasites. Energy levels often change too. A vibrant, energetic dog may suddenly become sluggish or disinterested in play. When the body is working hard to fight off a parasitic invasion, fatigue sets in. Your dog may nap more often, seem slower on walks, or act unusually withdrawn. This isn't laziness. It's exhaustion. And it's another reason to trust your instincts as a pet parent. Perhaps one of the most serious signs to watch for is pale gums. Healthy gums should be a rich, pink color. If you lift your dog's lips and see paleness or a whitish tone, it could mean anemia. This is especially common with hookworms, which feed on your dog's blood from inside the intestinal lining. Anemia can weaken your dog quickly and, if untreated, become life-threatening. Recognizing these signs early gives you a massive advantage. The sooner you identify the issue, the more effective and gentle your natural treatment can be. Waiting too long allows the infestation to worsen, possibly causing permanent damage or requiring more aggressive medical intervention. But by staying observant, by tuning into your dog's body language, appearance, and energy, you step into the role of protector and healer. Your dog depends on you, not just for food and shelter, for health, safety, and awareness. When something feels wrong, trust that inner voice. Investigate, observe, and act. Because the first step to healing naturally is seeing the problem clearly and seeing it in time. The foundation of any natural deworming approach begins with what you feed your dog. Parasites thrive in weak, imbalanced systems, especially those overloaded with processed foods, sugars, and low-quality ingredients. What you put in your dog's bowl either helps build a resilient, parasite-resistant body or creates the perfect internal environment for worms to flourish. By intentionally feeding your dog certain natural, anti-parasitic foods, and then the door opened, you shift the internal terrain, making it hostile for worms to survive while strengthening your dog from the inside out. One of the most effective and well-researched foods in this regard is raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. These tiny powerhouses contain a natural compound called cucurbitacin, an amino acid that paralyzes worms, especially tapeworms and roundworms. When the worms lose their grip on the intestinal walls, they get flushed out naturally through the digestive system. You can grind these seeds into a fine powder and sprinkle them over your dog's food. About 1 teaspoon per 10 pounds of body weight is generally safe. Not only are pumpkin seeds effective, but they're also rich in beneficial fats, zinc, and fiber, supporting your dog's overall gut health. Another natural hero is grated raw carrot. Though it may seem simple, carrot's coarse texture acts like a gentle internal brush, helping to scrape and dislodge worms and mucus from the intestinal lining as it moves through the gut. Carrots are also rich in beta-carotene, which helps boost the immune system and repair damaged tissues caused by parasites. Most dogs enjoy the crunch and sweetness of raw carrots, and they can be fed shredded, chopped, or blended into meals. Coconut oil is another game changer. This natural fat has antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal properties, and it's particularly helpful in expelling parasites. The medium-chain fatty acids in coconut oil, particularly lauric acid, create an inhospitable environment for worms while also promoting better digestion and improving the absorption of essential nutrients. Start slowly, about 1 teaspoon for small dogs to a tablespoon for larger dogs, mixed directly into their meals. Over time, coconut oil not only helps with deworming but also improves skin, coat, and energy levels. In addition to these specific ingredients, it's important to reduce or eliminate foods that contribute to internal inflammation and gut imbalance. Commercial dog foods, especially those loaded with grains, artificial preservatives, and synthetic vitamins, can suppress your dog's immune system and create the perfect breeding ground for parasites. Shifting to a fresh, whole food diet, even partially, can dramatically improve your dog's resistance to worms and other infections. If a full raw or homemade diet isn't feasible, try adding raw toppers like eggs, sardines, or cooked vegetables to boost the nutritional profile of their meals. Remember, food is not just fuel. It is medicine. By choosing natural, nutrient-rich, anti-parasitic ingredients, you aren't just treating worms. You're transforming your dog's entire internal system. You're restoring balance, strengthening immunity, and reclaiming the vitality that parasites slowly steal away. Every bite becomes a step toward healing, every meal an act of care and protection. This is where the fight against worms truly begins. Not in a pill bottle, but in the bowl. One of the simplest yet most powerful natural tools you can use in your dog's deworming journey is raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. This isn't just a kitchen staple. It's a time-tested remedy that works by altering the internal environment in your dog's body in a way that makes it difficult for parasites to thrive. Worms, like most invaders, prefer an alkaline, stagnant digestive system. Apple cider vinegar helps shift the pH of the gut toward a more acidic balance, which is far less hospitable to parasites. When introduced in small, controlled amounts, apple cider vinegar stimulates digestive enzymes, enhances stomach acid production, and supports healthy gut flora. This improved digestion plays a vital role in not only breaking down food more efficiently, but also in creating an environment where parasites cannot anchor themselves easily or reproduce freely. Additionally, a well-functioning digestive system helps your dog absorb more nutrients from food. Something that's especially important during deworming, when parasites have been robbing the body of essential vitamins and minerals. To use apple cider vinegar safely, start by adding a small amount, typically about 1 teaspoon for every 50 pounds of body weight, into your dog's freshwater bowl once per day. Make sure the vinegar is organic, raw and unfiltered, containing the cloudy substance known as the mother. This part contains enzymes, proteins, and beneficial bacteria that further support your dog's health. Always monitor your dog to ensure they are drinking the water normally, as some may notice the taste at first. If your dog resists, try mixing it into their food instead, or gradually increase the amount over a few days to let them adjust. Beyond its internal effects, an apple cider vinegar also has mild detoxifying properties. It helps flush out the waste products left behind by dying worms and supports liver and kidney function during this natural cleanse. As worms begin to lose their grip and die off, the body needs extra help to process and eliminate the remnants. Apple cider vinegar assists in that process, gently helping the body stay balanced and clean. What's remarkable about this remedy is that it doesn't just work against the parasites, it strengthens the entire system. By improving gut health and nutrient absorption, apple cider vinegar helps your dog regain the vitality that parasites may have stolen over time. You may notice increased energy, better breath, improved skin condition, and even less itching or inflammation as the internal balance is restored. Used consistently in proper amounts, apple cider vinegar becomes a powerful ally in your dog's natural deworming process. It's affordable, accessible, and then incredibly effective when paired with a wholesome diet and other supportive practices. It's a quiet remedy, but one with deep, lasting benefits. In the fight against parasites, even the smallest shifts in internal balance can create major results. Apple cider vinegar helps tip the balance back in your dog's favor, naturally, gently, and effectively. Let me leave you with this: your dog depends on you not just for food, shelter, and affection, but for protection, awareness, and conscious care. Worms are silent intruders, but nature has given us powerful, gentle tools to defend against them. Through small daily actions, adding the right foods, adjusting the internal environment, and paying close attention, you're not just treating a problem, you're building a stronger, healthier future for your dog. Every natural step you take is a step toward balance. Every choice you make is a quiet form of love, and in that love lies the power to heal, protect, and transform your dog's life from the inside out. Trust the process. Stay consistent, and remember, nature works not with force, but with patience and wisdom. Let it guide you. Let it guide your dog back to health. Naturally.